Karen, Max Kellerman here with you in NYC. Stephen A is on the road. Gentlemen, how we feeling? How we doing?
Feeling any better, Stephen A?
Good morning.
Feeling any better?
Slightly better. I mean, I got some sleep, so that helps. But you know, it's that bug going around and stuff like that. But I must confess, hold on. You know, well, Molly, you know I love you. You always take care of me, girl. You know that. But when it comes to you, Max Kellerman, I must admit, you looked out for me yesterday. I almost got a tear in my eye, Max Kellerman, because you know you looked out for me. You being the brother that you are.
Was very
I was
concerned.
down
it was
yesterday.
Cute.
I was feeling sick, and you were very, very concerned. Hold on. Touch my spirit, Max. My spirit. You made my spirit.
That's great. Apparently, Stephen A yells so loud at me from right there that some of those germs went across the table. I don't know what happened. I know whatever he had yesterday, I got today. So thank you for that, Stephen A.
Come on, guys.
Well,
I'm
listen,
healthy. Now you can't get me sick. Go ahead, Stephen.
I was trying to be cool, but then Max, you know, even though he was looking out for a brother, I tried to be cool, but then he said, yo, get your energy up. You got it in you. And then I give it to him, and now he's complaining I got him sick.
Whatever.
I don't understand.
It's that time of year.
Understand.
Guess what? We're all feeling tired, even LeBron. Let's get into it. So we all know the King's the best player on the planet, right? But he's no spring chicken, and Kobe Bryant is taking notice, saying the Lakers should not over-rely on James. Quote, LeBron doing everything, not a recipe for winning championships. Here's the King on the heavy workload.
Magic and Kobe know who I am. I know who I am. They know what they're going to get out of me. That is, you know what you're going to get out of me every game. Am I going to play well every game? Am I going to shoot the ball well every game? No, but you know who I am, and when it's time to, when it's really, really, really money time, you know who is going to be there. So, you know, we got guys that just want to continue to develop and guys that continue to, you know, get better and better just from experience. They haven't had a lot of experience. So I think that's, people are trying to blow it out of proportion, like, okay, why do you have LeBron if you don't want to use them as much? Guys, they don't understand the logic behind it. But I work myself all year round to get in tip-top shape all year round. I don't stop. So I can do whatever. I mean, I played a Game 7 in the finals, and I damn near played every minute of it. Last year I played every single game. Every single game. So you can kind of slice it how you want it, but I understand what Magic and Kobe saying, and we have to continue to develop these guys, because if we don't, then long-term, what does that do for our franchise?
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, Max. Shout out to Sugar Free. What do you make of those comments?
Well, first of all, who is saying this to and about LeBron? His putative boss. I mean, we know LeBron doesn't exactly have a boss, but the head of basketball for the Lakers is the original five-time Lakers wing-type player champion, Magic Johnson. And then the other guy talking about him was the next five-time champion wing superstar, best player in the game, Kobe Bryant. So it's the first thing that strikes you is it's funny, LeBron, when he's talking about the head of basketball and the last Lakers legend, he's talking about those two guys. But they understand, and because he's talking about them, the message is these guys understand. Guys, it is too hard to win in the NBA thinking about anything other than winning in the NBA. I can't say LeBron does at times, tries to develop guys, figure out how they're going to go as far as they can in the playoffs. I'm sure he'd like to help develop young guys, take some of the burden off himself, etc. But it is too hard to win if you're thinking about anything other than winning, which means he has to go all out at times. He has to push himself at times. And the reason it's too hard for this Lakers team especially to win, what do we say all the time on the show? Stephen A., you and I are on the same page. Ingram and Lonzo Ball look like trade bait if you can get someone to bite on Lonzo. Kuzma and Josh Hart look like the keepers, but let's be honest. Kuzma and Josh Hart are nice role players right now, and maybe one day they'll be more than that. But that's what they are. There is not enough talent, ready to win now talent on this Lakers team for LeBron to worry about anything but winning. That's my takeaway.
My take, a beautiful, beautiful thing. The Black Mamba, my brother, I love him dearly. The bottom line is he made me laugh when I heard these comments because, Max, as the saying goes, consider the source. if you're talking about, look who we're listening to. Now, in Magic Johnson's case, that's different. You're the president of basketball operations. You signed LeBron James to a 4-year, $153 million contract. You know that the expectation is a championship. You can't be the lone marquee name in the history of the franchise to have failed to bring a championship to Tinseltown, to L.A., to Hollywood. Now, Elgin Baylor would be the other individual, but he retired the year, midway through the season, the year that they won the championship in the 70s. The bottom line is, outside of that, every marquee name that has ever donned the purple and gold has brought a championship to L.A., okay? So LeBron James definitely has that reality, the reality of that pressure on his shoulders. But the reason why I say I understand it from Magic Johnson is because of that. I don't want to hear that from Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant, if he's watching and listening, is knowing exactly where I'm about to go with this, Max Kellerman. It's the 2012-2013 season, if I remember correctly. It was D'Antoni's year, his first year there. Not only did Kobe Bryant average about 38 minutes a game that season, but if you recall the last month of the season when Dwight Howard had arrived there for 1 year, where the Lakers were hustling and grinding to try to make the playoffs, when you had like 3 separate coaches because it was Mike Brown and then he got released. Then I think it was Bickerstaff or somebody for a little while. And then Mike D'Antoni came in, okay, and filled it and got the job, all right? If you recall, Max, at that particular moment in time, that last month, because you were doing afternoon drive in L.A. with Marcellus Wiley, if I remember correctly. I know you were on a radio station, but I think it was afternoon drive at that particular moment in time. Kobe Bryant averaged about 45 minutes a game. And we were all sitting there saying, wait a minute, Father Time and everything else, that's going to creep up on you. You can't do that to your body. Kobe basically told us to shut the hell up. Y'all mind your business. I'm trying to get to the playoffs. I'm trying to win a championship. But now you're talking about managing minutes? Really? If anybody should be trusted, it's LeBron James, because he is a basketball savant, supremely conditioned. He's averaging 2 less minutes per game this year than he was last year, okay? And the bottom line is the conditioning with which he puts himself through year in, year round, no one knows themselves better than LeBron James. He should be trusted here.
Well, I remember that season well, Stephen A. I was doing Tony, no D. It's an old joke. I told it.
That's right.
And Kobe Bryant, let me tell you what happened that year. They had Dwight Howard and Steve Nash with Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol. And they weren't going anywhere. Kobe wasn't buying in. The system wasn't working, giving their parts. They didn't have stretch guys.
Plus, Nash and Dwight Howard were hurt.
And guys got hurt, absolutely.
They were playing.
Let me tell you what happened. Kobe Bryant essentially staged a bloodless mutiny, took over the team in the offense. He ran the point. He played, you're right, about 45 minutes a game for 2 straight weeks, played them into the playoffs the entire time. Every day I'm on the radio going, if they continue this, Kobe will wind up with a catastrophic injury at his age. And he wound up with one, and that really ended his career. That was the end of Kobe Bryant as we knew him that season. Played him into the playoffs, but that was it. It was like the John Henry, the song John Henry, right? He's working against the steam drill, and he beats the steam drill, but he dies in the exertion. That was what happened to Kobe that season. So if there is someone positioned in a way to tell LeBron, I've been through this. Trust me, brother. I know what you're doing. You got to pull it back a little bit. It is Kobe.
But remember what I said. I talked about how Kobe basically told folks to just shut the hell up. I know what I'm doing. How would I happen to know that, Max? Because I'm the person he said it to. Shut the hell up and watch me do this. I'm not going to miss the playoffs, Stephen A. We get to the damn play. I ain't having this. I'm not having this. Hell no. And he did it. And the only reason why Kobe had some trepidation, some level of regret, was because he tore his Achilles that second to last, the penultimate game of the season, the second to last game. Okay, when he went to the free throw line and finished it off, they had another regular season game to go. And then after that, that was it. That was the same Kobe Bryant that when Dwight Howard and them were struggling, all right, and they were on the verge of getting swept, Kobe Bryant came from the locker room, Max, dressed in all black with crutches and sat behind the bench. And even though they were about to get swept, the crowd gave them a standing ovation because subliminally he was sending the message, don't y'all worry. This will not fall off the wagon. I will return. That was the mentality that he had. LeBron James has never had any injury like that.
But
now,
Stephen,
Kobe's worried about that. That would be different.
The point is,
outside of injury, no.
I was there. I was in LA at the time. All the fans were like, that's right, Kobe. And all the sentiment that you're expressing right now, he never really did return. Not as Kobe Bryant. So he is in the position to say, LeBron, I get it. Do as I say, not as I did, because it ended my career.
Really, the bottom line, Stephen A., you just said it. His usage is the exact same as it was in Cleveland, right? And it also doesn't let the young players get a chance to develop either. So it's kind of a lose-lose.
It's actually less, Molly. He's actually doing. LeBron James right now is averaging around 34. It's been 36 to 38 over the last 7 years.
Luke Walton's doing a good job with his minutes. Let's be honest.
All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Still to come, Urban Meyer spoke yesterday.